Hello everyone and happy Monday. It's time for yet another episode of Mark's Monday Minutes in Portland Real Estate. It is the week of June 12th, which means it is graduation week. All those new graduates out there graduating from school, whether it be elementary, middle school, or high school, as well as colleges around the country. But today in Portland in particular, it is the week of graduation, June 12th. Next weekend, of course, will be Father's Day, and there's a birthday for some guy coming up soon too, but don't worry about that. Birthdays don't get celebrated. I just grow older, just not up, in the words of Jimmy Buffett. Okay, there are 3 takeaways this week. First of all, we've hit a new milestone. We have a whopping 20% more homes on the market now than we did back in January 1st. It's a whole 600 homes, but hey, 20% more homes, that's good inventory. Second takeaway for the week is I'm going to work on a new way to present some of the numbers and data I verbally present to you. I'm going to be working on putting that in a slide so you can see it. Means I need to bump up my technical knowledge, but I can do that. And third, finally, I have found a new way to find off-market properties for buyers. So I'm going to start exploring this month, beta testing it, if you will. And if it's working, I'll roll it out and you'll all hear about it. And of course, that's an opportunity unique to me, how I'm doing that. I'll let you know more. Let's dig into the numbers. All right, this week, active number of available homes in Portland, we are at 3,603. Woohoo! That means we've crossed the 3,600 point. Back in January 1st, we were right at 3,000, so 20% more, 600 more homes. More choice for buyers, a little more competition for sellers, but arguably it's a much better time for sellers right now in June than it would have been back in January. Snow versus sunshine, that scenario. This week, we've seen 632 new homes come on the market. Just as expected, consistent number. What did dramatically increase were the number of pending homes. We have 583 homes pending in the last week. That's a significant increase from the previous week of only 451. But remember, the previous week was influenced by Memorial Day weekend. So not a big surprise. I think what we did is we were tracking up for buyers. We dipped down for the holiday weekend. We've compensated and we'll continue back. It as an average, it averages out. Okay, by definition. The number of sold homes this week, 370, a little lower. Again, not unexpected. I think it tracks well. What did happen this week, and we saw it last week, was the first bump. We saw the first time we crossed over 20% of homes with a price adjustment of $99 or more in the last 45 days. We were at 21.8%. This week, we're at 23.0%. So even more homes have had a slight price adjustment. Now, why is this? I suspect, and this is 832 homes. So we're talking, 4 times 832, so about 25%, 23% exactly of the homes currently on the market have had a price adjustment. These are likely the homes that have not sold in the past for whatever reason. They're overpriced, poor condition, poor location. They're more of a struggle to sell. That even in a tight market, they're still more difficult to sell. Maybe these sellers are getting more realistic, more rational, more approachable in their expectations. And sometimes just that slight price adjustment, just like dangling that bait in the water, is what you need to attract a fish. Sometimes we do this, and it should have effect. Now, the number of coming soon listings, the listings we know that will be available in the next 3 weeks, we're still sitting at 48. That's a good number. It's been up as high as 64 for the previous weeks, but 48, it's a good number. Sold month supply, we're still looking at, based on the numbers and what you hear from other agents, we are sitting right at 2 months supply of homes. If we brought no more homes on the market at the current rate of sales, we would completely exhaust the inventory. Every home would be sold within 2 months. It's a measure of how we determine the market. It is still heavily stacked in favor of sellers, so this is a good opportunity if you're still thinking, because typically July is that crest. It's the point in which the market starts to slow. We will start to see a decrease in the buyer activity and the number of new listings by July, historically. Now, maybe this year, because we've been holding off, maybe it'll stretch a little bit longer into August, but if you haven't gotten your home on the market, now's the time while the buyers are out looking, because by the time it gets September, October, November, it slows down dramatically. Now, for the 4-car garage homes, those affordable garage homes, both under $1 million, and the amazing garage homes above $1 million. 120 homes on the market this week, 36 of which were under $1 million. 14 of which were new listings, but only one was under $1 million. Everything else, all those luxury homes, are starting to creep in, especially as the gardens and the properties are looking amazing. 7 homes went pending this week with a 4-car garage, 3 of which were under $1 million, and sold. 4 homes closed. They went pending 4 or 5 weeks ago, over $1 million. Well, 4 with a 4-car garage, 2 of which were under $1 million. In the last month, we've seen 23 homes, 12 of which, roughly half of them, under $1 million, giving us a supply of just overall garage homes in the luxury segment of about 5.2 months. However, under $1 million, we're just sitting right at 3 months, so a little bit longer than the average home. But remember, these are special homes. There's usually an additional price bump. The key is finding the best home that matches best or meshes best with you for your interest. That's why you call me, because I find those homes. Now, we talked about those takeaways. Number one, the first takeaway, 20% more homes now. We've hit that benchmark. We normally should have hit this back in March and April. So we're a few months late, but it is what it is. Yay, we're here, more inventory for buyers. Second point, I'm going to start inserting screenshots into here of charts. I think it'll be easier to convey. I can talk about the numbers, I can see them on my Excel chart, but I'm going to put them in a graph, and I'm going to insert that into the videos. It's a little more work for me. I have to learn how to use iMovie on my laptop, but old dog, new tricks, I can learn. Finally, number 3 is I found a new way to find some off-market homes. And I'm going to try it. I have 2 buyers right now. We're going to test that and see if we can find, obviously, what's on market, but we'll see if I can find it off market. And the key with off market homes is you're not competing with anybody else. Maybe you have to pay asking price. Maybe we can come in a little bit below that. But I'm going to try it this month, and we'll see how it goes. I'll report back as I get a bit more information and activity and hopefully results on this. All right, that's it for this week. Go forth, have a wonderful week. Enjoy all that sunshine. Again, congratulate all the new graduates out there and make it a wonderful week. We'll see you after the Father's Day weekend. Have a great week.